Are you struggling with your social media message? Today we're talking about how to put a social media strategy in place on this episode of Coffee with Tea. Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, Tanya Tyler, and I'm excited because I have a social media manager on the line who's going to help us folks who think we know what we're doing. But without further ado, I like Miss Lorena Hawkins, who's going to help us get our stuff in order. So welcome to the show, my dear.
Oh, thank you for having me, Tanya, and thank everyone for who's viewing. All right.
Thank you. Well, we're not live right now, but I mean, those who are checking out will see this episode. So yes, they will see you smiling and profiling, as I always say. So first, I always like to ask people, how are you handling this whole COVID-19 and how's it been for you and your business?
Well, you know what? As a social media strategist, most of my work is online anyways. Well, I won't say all of it, but prior to that, I was attending networking events. But, because of COVID, we're restricted from doing that now. So online marketing is really key. That this is where you need to make connections. So basically, at this point, 100% online. Just making that transitions, which a lot of businesses have to learn how to do. And if people are not online, is a good time to start deciding how they can have a social media presence and online presence to build their business.
Right. So. Yeah. I want to always give an intro, how did you get into this? What was your story? How did you get to this this that you're doing for us? Or I should say for us, but for people.
Yeah, well, that's a good question. So I have to go way back. Okay, so when my kids were small, I was a single mom, 3 boys, and I was working full time, but I wasn't making ends meet, Tanya, so I happened to go to a home party. A friend invited me to a home party where they were basically it was called personal preference. It was basically a home party where the person was giving a presentation showing art, and he was showing how you can do 2 things. Number one, how you can make money by doing what he was doing, but also how to share the products that he had. It was direct sales. Okay. And people could, I'm a little, nobody viewing right now. Okay. So basically I got involved in network marketing.
Okay.
And the first thing we do is we invite our family and our friends and we show them, our products, and we ask them to buy them. But that way of marketing doesn't go far because you only have so many friends and so many family members. You have to get outside of your immediate circle, and you have to start getting your products and services in front of other people. And so what I decided to do, once I ran out of my immediate contacts and my immediate network, is I decided to learn about how to build a business online. And I started learning about attraction marketing, and then I started learning about social media marketing. And what I found is that I really love learning about how to build a business online. So I just started taking more and more courses, going to webinars, going to events, even got mentored, on how to build a business online. And so my passion went from network marketing to helping other people to build their businesses online, to get more awareness online for other people. And so that's where I am today. I became certified as a social media strategist. And that's my goal right now, just to help people who have a business, just to get more brand awareness, to get more sales. And, that's where my heart is.
Right. And you're doing a great job. And for those who don't know, and we'll dive a little bit, but if you see it where there was a change in that my thumbnails started looking better, you're like, okay, Tanya, you look a little more professional. I have to thank that to Miss Lorena, because she was like, look, Tanya, you ain't got no branding and none of what you doing. So I took her advice and I was like, and how can I make this better? So my question comes down to is you have a passion for it. So how did it go from learning your business to actually saying, you know what, I'm going to help other people who are having the same problem I have?
Yeah, because I started seeing other people, being online, knowing what I know and going to other people's social media pages or going to people's websites, things just started to stick out at me. And I'm like, wow, you know, if they did this, if they tweaked this, or if they tweaked that, they would get better engagement. They would get better awareness, you know? And so I just want to help people with that. I actually decided, I did a little research to find out what problems people were having with social media. And when I found out what they were, a lot of it was people just didn't know what they should be posting, what type of content they should be creating. They didn't really understand how to get, like you were saying a little earlier, how to get more engagement. And these were things that I could answer. You know, these were concerns that I could answer. And so I decided that I need to help people. You know, I want to help people. So I've learned how to do these things, and I want to impart some of the knowledge that I have onto other people so that they can have better results. Because most people who have a business, they're focused on their business and they want to spend all their time learning about social media. All right. So that's my job. All right. I continually learn, what things are working in social media, and then I can kind of like streamline it and then impart it to somebody else so that they can know exactly what to do and take action and get the results that they're looking for.
Right, right. And I don't want to have you tell all your trade secrets or anything like that.
That's okay.
But my question is like, what's the top 3 mistakes that you commonly see from small business owners?
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, okay, there's a few of them. Okay.
Okay, you can stop at, you can go 3 to 5, don't matter.
Okay. Well, first of all, I think that a lot of people who get on social media, they promote more than they give value. They concentrate, they have a product and they have a service, and I understand they got to get people to know about their products and services. But when they're posting on social media, 90% of their posts can't be buy my stuff. Okay. You have to get people to know you, like you, and trust you. So what you have to do, or what you would probably want to do, is to get people to trust you. And you do that by giving value. And you can do that by sharing some information that's going to help them. You have to think about who your target market is. And in order to do that, you have to, before you start posting, decide who is my ideal client. All right. So you want to sell to everybody, obviously. You don't want to be closed to selling to everybody, but your marketing has to be geared to marketing to a particular type of person, right? So you have to understand who your ideal prospect is. And the content that you create on social media has to be answering questions for them, has to be solving problems for them, has to be giving value to them. Because if today you're giving value to let's just say you're a coach, okay, and you want to help people to let's say you want to help them to give me an example. What type of coach are you?
Accountability or something like that.
An accountability coach. Okay, so today, well, let me just use as an example, if you don't mind. Okay. All right. So obviously, you want to help people to get accountability. Have you thought about, and maybe you have, I don't know if you have an avatar or not. Let me just ask you, do you have an avatar?
I don't, but I thought about one. I thought about creating one. Yeah.
Okay. So once you know who your avatar is, you can say to yourself, okay, what kind of problems are they having, right? And then you can start creating posts that answers and solves those problems, right? So if you're an accountability coach, you want to talk about things to help them to be more, make progress and be more accountable. You don't want to talk about something that doesn't have to do with that, because you're going to lose them. Because when they go to your page, they're expecting one thing. And if you're talking about something on left field here, you're going to lose them, and they may not keep coming back to your page. But if you're always talking about things that are of interest to your target market, then you're going to keep them interested.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
So I love that. And this is the part where I want to tell people, Lorena's already dropping some nuggets. And if you're picking them up, please give us a thumbs up. And if you like, put some comments down below so we can follow up with her. So as like I said, you gave us one good nugget. I said, is there another common mistake that you see?
Yeah. I think people, when they're doing social media, they need to do more videos. You're wonderful at this, okay? But if you go to a lot of people's social media pages, they're doing a lot of graphic posts, a lot of text posts, but a lot of people don't realize the power of video, all right? And when you do video, actually, social media platforms are giving you more, they're giving you credit for that, and they're gonna show more of your content. So videos are gonna get more views. So you definitely wanna concentrate on doing more videos. All right, and they could be videos of you, they could be PowerPoint presentation videos, so you don't actually have to be live talking. It could be, you know, slides, it could be voice over slides and things like that, you know, but video definitely gets more views. So you want to definitely incorporate that, whether it's lives or pre-recorded videos, you definitely want to do that. And you want to try to focus on doing vertical videos. Okay, because you want to optimize for mobile, because people a lot of times when they're on social media are on their mobile devices. Okay, so when you do vertical videos, it shows up more of the screen. So when they're scrolling through, it's going to take them a long amount of time to get past it.
Oh yeah, I can't get past her that quick. Okay, I might as well see what she got.
So you're going to be in front of them just a little bit longer, and you'll grab their attention better with a vertical video as opposed to a horizontal video. But definitely do more videos. And if you have a fear of doing videos, then, you know, and there's ways of getting around that.
That was my next question. It's like, what do you deal with those people who are just like, just video's not me?
Yeah. You know what? We all feel like that at first. A lot of people aren't comfortable with doing video at first, you know, but the more you do it, you'll get comfortable with it. It's just something that you have to get past. And I actually did a training on that, and I'll send you the video, the link to that, and it's going to show people how to get comfortable with doing videos. Okay.
Right. Well, thank you. And we got time for. Would you like to share another common mistake? And we'll hit our 3 that I was asking for.
Yeah, I'll do another one. You can definitely build your business on a personal profile. Okay. I think that as business owners, it's very advantageous to consider having a business page. All right. With business pages, you have your analytics. You can do, retargeting. There's lots of things you can do if you have a business page that you can't do on a personal profile. All right, you can boost your post and put it in front of particular people of interest. And you can use like Page Creator Pro, which is in your back office if you have a business page. And you can start creating content in advance, and you can share it on both Facebook and Instagram if you're using social media at Facebook. And personal profiles are great. I think that a lot of people say, well, I get more engagement on my personal profile. Yeah, you probably do, because you have your friends on there that just love you to death. And they're gonna applaud everything you do. But the fact is that a lot of them are not gonna buy your services and your products.
Right.
With the Facebook, let's just say a Facebook business page, the people who are liking your page are liking your page because they like the content that you have on there. Okay, so they're raising their hands and saying, yeah, I want to know more about what you have. All right. So those people, you know, as long as you can start to be consistent about providing value to them, and you don't want everybody and anybody liking your Facebook business page either. You only want the people who are interested in your product or service to like your page, because when you start creating content, they're the ones that are going to be responding. Okay, so like I said, again, on your business page, you're going to have a lot of cheerleaders. Good job. I like that. But they really don't have an interest in what you have.
Right.
Business page, you develop that following of people. And as you continually put your product and service in front of them, eventually they get to the buying stage.
Right. Well, you dropped a ton of nuggets there. And I also want to know, I always ask, what's the one thing you want to leave the audience with from this episode?
I would say that having a social media strategy is key. And that is one of the best things you can do with starting out, because a lot of times when you decide to have a social media presence, you may not know which channels you should be on. You may not know what type of content to put out there. You may not know, again, like I said, how to attract your ideal audience. And when you have a strategy in place that's made specifically for you, all right, you're going to reach your goals quicker. You're going to get more engagement. You're going to get more sales, and you're just going to be much more happier. You're going to reduce the amount of frustration that you may face when it comes to social media, and you're going to save a lot of time. So I would say start off with a social media strategy. Don't go blindly, just start posting. And also don't think that you need to be on every channel, because your ideal client might not be on some of the channels that you are on. You may be spreading yourself thin. And if you can even concentrate on 1 or 2 platforms to start with and get those going, that'll be fantastic. And you can always add on more later. But there's always a new platform that's coming out, all right? And a lot of people think, oh, that new TikTok's out. I got to get on there, but you need to focus on just maybe 1 or 2 to start. Right. And if you have a social media strategy, with me especially, I can help you to decide which platforms are best for you. LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, whatever. But it's definitely going to be custom to who you are and what you're trying to achieve.
Right. Well, again, thank you. And I also want, before we wrap up, where can people find more information about you, your services, and what you offer?
Okay, well, please visit my website. You can go to LorenaHawkinsBiz.com. All right. And if you go there, I also have a free 30-day social media posting plan. You can pick that up, and that'll give you some ideas of what type of content you can be creating on a daily basis. I give you 3 ideas for 30 days. So that's a great resource you might want to check out.
Thank you for your time, Ms. Lorena. I appreciate it. I would love to have you come back. Maybe we can extend into the conversation. Like I said, the first time your introduction, the second time you come family.
Oh, thank you, Tanya. My pleasure.
Well, thank you. And I also want to thank everybody who tuned in. That feedback is always welcome. Email us if you have any guests and show ideas. All the links that Lorena mentioned will be posted in the description box. So please make sure you check it out there down below. She's got some golden nuggets. And if you've enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to continue to get the insights that's coming your way, please make sure you hit that subscribe button over there. And remember, take things in stride, go with the flow, and create your own path. And we'll see you back here on another episode of Coffee with Tea. All right.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Share with us. What was one of your takeaways from today's show? Post your answers in the comments.